G'day folks, Tony again here for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter. Now then, there are a bunch of different things that we were talking about potentially doing here. I just want to check and see how much fresh water we have. It's quite a bit because we nicked a whole bunch from Barathrum the Old. And seeing as we do have quite a number of books there, I think we might actually make our way to the 6-day stilt, or at least attempt to, so that we can sell some of these things. So let's start a long wander up through the canyons and so forth, and then a little short way across the desert. And here we are at the 6-day stilt, which means we have completed a step of the quest, O Glorious Shekinah, and received 1,500 experience points. Yay us. Groovy. So here we are at the 6-day stilt. Oh, there's already a camp nearby. I'm assuming that means I can... here. This looks like it. Should be able to eat some hot and spiny. It's going to give us some heat resistance and reflecting some damage back at attackers. That's handy. So one of the main features of the 6-day stilt is, of course, the giant cathedral. We're going to go there in just a moment, but let's have a chat here to a warden. This is Warden's Esther. Live and drink, traveller. Welcome to the stilt. Praise be to Shekinah, O sovereign fathers. At last I am here. You are among friends here, pilgrim. Stay peaceful. So many folks. Aye, the clamour of it all can overwhelm. The glow-crows say 'twas a bird god who taught folks to gather like this in large flocks, so blame birds. This is the 6-day stilt, huh? It's colossal, beautiful. I see why the Chrome stewards gather here. Then you're not of the faith yourself, huh? Me neither. Do go inside, though. She's a beauty. Got dyed glass high in her rafters, she does, and 2 marvellous carvings on the wings, plus a light sculpture of a god. Hear the sermon too, as you like. The high priest is persuasive, but not half as persuasive as the cathedral herself. In beauty there is power, you know. Either way, while you're in the cathedral, or on the stilt grounds, stay peaceful. Hey, Warden's Esther, is it true what they say, that the stilt's a petrified kraken? Who knows? I've wondered it myself. Sometimes she'll catch my eye, when the moon's silver bright, and she's there bearing down on the flats. Whatever she is, she's gigantic and old, real old, way older than the cathedral the Mechanimus built inside her. I guess we can now say, what a grand bazaar. What's in each of these tents? That didn't quite work, so let's try asking it again. Are you mad? You think I keep a tally of every shopkeeper that steps foot on the stilt grounds? They come and go as they please. You've got merchants of all types here, wine sellers, honey hawkers, bookbinders, cobblers. Have a look around for yourself. Follow the road around the stilt. There's tents the whole way round. Cool. Live and drink, Warden. I think we can do a water ritual though, so we're going to give that a go. Yay! The Merchants Guild apparently liking us less now, but the Fellowship of Wardens, of course, feeling a bit better. Let's do some secret sharing. Would you like to know where Mock's pasture is? Good. What about the location of Mo Shrusher Furrow? Good stuff. What can we do here? Shield. Shield will cost us 100 reputation. We don't really use shields. We're a dual-wielding character, so perhaps not. Let's learn some secrets. A Snapjaw Fort? Sure. Another Snapjaw Fort. Excellent. And while we're here, why not learn how to cook some new stuff as well? Not that we're using it all that much, but that's fine. Alrighty, so the 6-day stilt, quite largy, or largic, or perhaps just large. You'll see that there are just a ton of different merchants around here. Lots of chests as well. Of course, we don't want to steal from them. Otherwise, we would get all messed up. But can we actually look and see what these are? I'm not sure that we can. I'm sure that the little symbols that are teeny tiny on them will tell us what they're for, but let's just go and have a quick chat here to see what this haberdasher has for sale. So there are a bunch of different things that we could potentially buy here and that we could sell. I'm not sure how useful various vendors are going to be. Panther's cloak. It doesn't appear to have anything other than a dodge value, but that's fine. So we could spend a while wandering around here. What we're going to do first is we're going to head to the cathedral, see if we can find this bookseller who we might be able to get some experience from. Let's just have a quick look at the protector of the stilt. The desert wind blows salt into his mouth and cerulean eyes. His lips are cracked and the skin on his face is raw. Nonetheless, he steadies himself on his aegis and peers out over the stilt grounds. Here, inside the stilt, the masses are free to worship, but the sanctity of the Argent Father's home must be preserved. In a defensive stance, equipped with carbide plate armor, steel buckler, folded carbide longsword, lots of good stuff. But we're not here to pick a fight. We're here to have a chat. So here we are. Here we are inside the cathedral, which appears to be full of spider webs. Here's the high priest of the stilt, Eshelstadt II. Swaddled in ornamental regalia stands His Holiness Eshelstadt II, High Priest of the Stilt and Voice of Shekinah. His arms gust over the splendour of the cathedral, the majesty of the Argent Fathers, and the spirit of reverence put into every work of art in their name. Eshelstadt roars a sermon unto the nave, heaving the wind from the rafters down into the sacred well. Pilgrims tremble beneath the weight of his voice and the cerulean silhouette of Shekinah behind him. Loved by the mechanimists, disliked by succulents for cooking them a rancid meal. Ugh. Admired by oozes for attending a funeral for their leader. Equipped with crystal shard mail, chrome mantle, missile launchers, weird artifacts and sandals. And they're also time-dilated. Classic. Called it. What else do we have around here? We've got a bunch of things here. There's cave spiders, scorpiox. There's a voider there as well. Interesting. I don't know why there are spiders in here. I also don't know why there is a purple spider in here. That's unusual. I suspect it may have something to do... Ow! You sundered my mind. All right. Enough is enough. I'm assuming that these will be summons potentially from the librarian who we're going to look for, who can be of a variety of different types, depending on the particular game. One of the side effects of which is there are sometimes hostile ads, which is what I'm assuming is happening here. Let's play it safe. We're going to boost our toughness. And then we're going to beat up this this creature. Possibly more than one of them by the looks of it. Arachnids, less fond of us. Ooh, villagers of Jopar. Definitely liking that. Which is cool. Is there anything we can pick up here that might be handy? Vineweave tunic, that looks nice. Scarlet shawl, I can probably sell that. We're not going to pick up a 150-pound electrofuge corpse, however. Hello, Scorpioc. Farewell, Scorpioc. So there's some voiders up the back here as well. I guess we're just going to have to try and take all of these things down. Some of these webs are on fire. And it's probably important for us to go about this in a way that isn't going to result in a ton of damage to things that we don't want to damage. For example, I would not want Eshelstadt II to start trying to beat us up. So what have we got here? Let's go with a Sunder Mine because that's nice and targeted. Let's also go with a Life Drain because we can use that to take a bunch of different things down as we go. That's one voider down. That's two voiders down. And everything is burning, which is making it hard to see. That looks like three voiders down. We have ourselves a cave spider, which should be fairly trivial. So we've very helpfully bathed at least a corner of this cathedral. Oh, there's a fire ant there as well. Hologram of Shekinah. Glorious Shekinah, Argent Adonis and First Father, poses in luminous mummery. With the stature of the ageless stars fixed and permanent, he appraises the temple erected in his honour and cocks his head in approval, befitting the memory of his union with the Cassophonescence. He clothes his manifestation in cerulean shades, forsaking the viridians and russets of the lowly plants and clay earth. Perfect. So yes, we've very helpfully bathed at least one corner of this cathedral in blood, as we are wont to do, being so good at eliminating things. What I am going to do before I forget is we did pick up that vine weave tunic, which has got 1 armor and 2 dodge, and I'm assuming is possibly going to be better than the worn burnous that we're currently wearing. So I'm going to remove that. Oh no, that is the wrong slot. Where would that thing go then, I wonder? Oh, it's a tunic. Ugh. Goes on the body, of course. That's a bit daft of me. Flexi vest. All right, well, it's not going to replace the flexi vest. I got greedy and had my hopes up there for a moment. I think there was another voider that I saw lurking down the bottom here. So I'm going to go and try and find if it's still there, and it is indeed. I blundered into a web. Whoops. So we're going to sundermind. The voider has very kindly kicked us out and teleported us away. It looks like there are some others, some other Scorpiox out here. And what is this? Another electrofuge. So we'll take care of these, and then we'll head back inside. Looks like we're in a graveyard in loving memory of Kosiah Ashman, stabbed to death by a snapjaw scavenger. What a sad story. All right. Back into the cathedral we go. Where did the voider end up? Did we kill it or not? Possibly. It appears that may be the case. Good to know. Let's have a chat with Eshelstad, shall we? The preacher says, "Cleanse it of your guilt, your burdens, throw it down the sacred well." Live and drink, friend. Can we trade with Eshelstad II? Lead slugs. I love lead slugs. Slate mantle, sandals, copper nugget. I think we're good. But let's do a water ritual. Mechanimus up by 100. Succulents, not so fond of us, but oozes, very much so. We're going to do some secret sharing. Would you like to know the location of the lair of FB78 legendary chain gun turret? I haven't forgotten about that thing. It would be nice to take it down at some point. How about Tumrod? That sounds good, doesn't it? Proselytize will cost us 300. That would be a mighty handy thing to learn. But we can't. Let's learn some more secrets. Copper Arbellus Bitum. Good. That's a ruin. Anything else you can learn us? The Snapjaw who wields Stopsvalen. That's very handy to know. Stopsvalen is an artifact. I think we may have found ourselves a goal. All right. Live and drink, Eshelstad II. You're not who I'm actually here to see, but it was nice to chat with you regardless. Okay, now if I haven't forgotten what I'm doing, what is this thing? A torch sconce that looks like a glowing blue thing. All right, here we are. Sheba Haggadeus, albino ape and librarian of the Stilt. In the narthex of the Stilt, cloistered beneath a marble arch and close to her argent father, she muses over a tattered codex. She's safe here, but it wasn't always that way. As a youngling, her own kind understood her little. Only when she was gifted a copy of the Canticles Chromatic did she learn comfort, or mirth, or reason. Her journey to the Stilt took several years, but now that she's here, Sheba seeks to consolidate all the learning of the ages tucked away in Quid's innumerable chrome nooks. Here she prepares a residence where pilgrims can study the wisdom of others and bring themselves nearer to the divinity of the Cassophonescence. Equipped with spectacles and the Canticles Chromatic verses 17 to 24. Good stuff. Corrected vision. Love it. Let's have a chat. Hello, Sheba Haggadeus, albino ape and librarian of the Stilt. Live and learn, wanderer. Have you come across any books or scrolls in your travels? Do you care to donate one to the Cathedral Library? Whenever you return, you may speak to me and read anything you've donated. Where is the library? Oh, we're in but the first phase of its foundation. The church has amassed a splendid collection of scripts through the years. Glorious Shekinah, that praise be upon him, gifted us with several caches. The Eremites work day and night reproducing them in the scriptorium, and I have taken it upon myself to beseech travellers, for the rarest finds often come from the least likely places. Hey, Sheba Haggadeus, albino ape and librarian of the Stilt, what use is a library in this salt den, or in the marshes, strangled by wild plants and poisoned by the glow? Wouldn't a stash of vine reapers serve us better? You share the pessimism of my kin, and several of the priests as well. My heart hears you, but listen to my words, and maybe you will come to feel as I do. To devalue wisdom is to devalue the Cassophonescence. Oh boy. Sorry, I got lost reading too many proper nouns. Am I pronouncing it right? Cassophonescence. My apologies. I'll pretend I've been saying it correctly the entire time. To devalue the wisdom is to devalue the Cassophonescence. She shines in the void, refracting light, illuminating those around her. So does the written wisdom of our elders. The machinery of chromium is complex in its divinity. Don't we do a disservice to our fathers when we remain ignorant of it, of our past, of our future? Don't we deserve the joy of knowing? Bless Eshelstad II, first child, for he believes as I do. Good stuff. I will donate a book. Oof, look at all this experience. Let's start with our recipe. Some insightful commentary is provided on the pickling of the miniature glacier. Good stuff. Let's give some more books. Heirlooms of Kud. Groovy. Can we give the other copy of it as well? Marvellous. I think we're going to level up pretty soon. So we'll hand over Cross Mogragi, both of them. Yay, we did it. We've gained a level and are now level 20. We gain 1 hit point, 90 skill points and 1 mutation point. Go us. But we're not done here. We'll hand over the goat skin parchment, and why not? Actually, no, let's keep that one for sentimental reasons, seeing as it helped us cure ourselves of glot rot. All right. Now that we've leveled up, just do a quick rest until healed. What do we got? 3 mutation points. So 1 more level and we'll be able to get another random mutation. But we do, however, have 360 skill points, which means at long last we should be able to grab ourselves, if I can find it. Oh, normally it's in red and that's why I didn't see it. Dual wield for 300 skill points, which should give us flurry. You make an attack with every hand, including extra hands granted by mutation or technology, and offhand strikes. Your chance to strike with an offhand weapon increases to 35%. Good, good, good. Let's do it. Yay! Another 300 for ambidexterity. Whew. That's a ways off, isn't it? And another 300 again for two-handed fighting. All right. Good times. What else shall we do while we're here at the 6-day stilt? Well, I guess having a little bit of a wander around and looking at some of these vendors might be handy in case they do have anything useful for us. Couple of cheap-looking weird artifacts, some salve injectors. I think we already have a few of them. Let's have a look. Oh, so much stuff. We have 4 salve injectors, and I'm not paying another $64 for each of them. That would be madness. Have a good day, Apothecary. What have we got here? A vintner. Not surprisingly, the vintner is selling a ton of wine. I have no need of wine right now. Thank you very much. Ooh, what have we here? Hello. An apple farmer. I'm gonna guess. Yep, apples and cider and jam. Delicious. Looks like something else might be burning over this way. I wonder what that could be. Hello. A grenadier. I like the sound of that. Sower seeds, oil. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. We can make a flamethrower. But we don't have any pristine electronics. That's what we're missing. We need some 4s for those. And we also need a 4 for a hover sled. We need to find out where to get more pristine electronics. I'm guessing it's probably going to be deep underground. What about here? Hello. Another vintner. Wooden arrows, smoldered mushrooms. Interesting. Nothing here for us. What is going on? What are you doing? Juicing cannibal and mechanimous convert. A man beyond the pathogen. Muscles bulging in grotesque asymmetry, skin both gnashed and scaled, teeth filed into fangs, quivering pupils dilated to the size of coins, and sclera raw with tributaries of blood. Okay. Juicing cannibal. Good to know. What have we got lying around on the ground here? Dilute salt, lush salt, blood, and more dilute salt. Something happened here. Sandals, vine wafer, canvas. Badly wounded canvas. I think somebody had a fight before we got here. Let's follow the path north and see what else we can find. So many places with things for sale. Hello. A hatter. I love hats. Fork-horned helms, wide-brimmed hats, sturdy leather caps. I've seen all of these before. So we're good. Thank you very kindly. Ooh, many people. Hello. Mechanimous Pilgrim. Glory to Shekinah. Alright, this is clearly not the vendor. What is this? Plastronoid and Mechanimous Convert. A gang of tiny plastic gyroscopes undulates towards you. For what purpose were they originally designed to serve? The echo of that memory has long since waned in the chrome halls of Quud. Sure. Hello, Archanaut sitting. What have you got? Failed energy relay? No. Still not my jam. Corolla? With sandals? No. Can I speak to the Plastronoid? Boop beep. Indeed. Nothing to trade. That's a drag. So is this just a tent where people are hanging out? It looks like it, doesn't it? Okay. What about here? What have you got for me? By the eaters, have you ever seen so much treasure? I don't know. That's a good chunk of stuff, but not sure I need any of that right now. I think there was another tent over this way. There is at least one. Hi. A glover. I love glovers. Woolly boarskin gloves. That might... Let me have a look. Give us some cold resist. +5 cold resist, no less. How much is that? That's pretty cheap. Seeing as we are trying to find things that are going to keep us warm, that seems like a reasonable thing for us to be grabbing. Let's see if we can find something sufficient to trade it for. Beaded bracelet, silver nuggets. We don't have any of our copper nuggets left, so we'll just trade a little bit of water for it. I'm assuming we still have a reasonable amount. Indeed we do. Flush with cash. Someone around here surely is going to have something really groovy that we can use, or that we can purchase, that's going to help us on our merry way. Hello. Pilgrim. Probably not who I'm looking for. Who is the vendor in here? Another pilgrim. Another pilgrim. And a sitting jade puff that I'm not going to go near because I don't want to end up with a fungal infection. Hi there, a bookbinder. Ooh. Look at all these things. We could buy some of these and get some more experience points. Perhaps these city men do not. Volume 2. On the origins and nature of the dark calculus. Interesting. Discern the hilts of his own. Across Mograyi. Lead mess, which I'm assuming... illuminated lead mess, which I'm assuming is a recipe. And creatures seem to have grown into grotesque. Sure, that's a lot of money. Not really worth it at this point, but lovely to meet you. A chef. Hi. What have you got? More recipes. Convalescence. That's handy, but not right now. Thank you so much. What have we got over here? This is a big tent, surely full of something amazing. An armourer. Now we're getting somewhere, perhaps. Slender, sooty smock. Patchwork coat. This is all fairly straightforward. Those bronze ingots might be handy for a little bit of monetary conversion, but again, not terribly useful to us at this point in time. So many vendors, so many vendors. Another haberdasher. That's not really useful. Looks like there were some snails up in there. Hi, another haberdasher. This is just full of haberdashers everywhere. Don't really need any of that wire. Alright, so we're seeing a lot of repeated vendors here. Vintners and haberdashers. Not really what I'm looking for. So unless we find something useful fairly soon, nah. I think we might be done with our bumbling around, trying to find something cool to buy. Most of these look like reasonable, but fairly straightforward and standard items. I'm not seeing anything particularly shiny or sparkly. Nothing that's kind of, ooh, a little fight starting up there again. Nothing in World of Warcraft that'd be a bind-on pickup that you'd be happy to have. A beekeeper. There's something I didn't expect. Lots and lots of honey. Portable beehive, which I'm assuming will generate honey itself. That's kind of cool. All right. One last one for the road. What do we have here? A schematics drafter. Lovely. Full of data disks, which we could use for our tinkering. Feathered, freezing, reinforced, sharp, terrifying visage, and visored. Sharp would be handy, wouldn't it? Wonder if we have something here that we can sell for a sharp. This might be where our beaded bracelet and our silver nugget come in handy. It's still going to require a transfer of money, but that's fine. Oops, and we should be able to learn that pretty much now. Item modification sharp. Good, good, good. How do we make our masterwork thing sharp? We need nanomaterials for sharpness. Or at least for sharpness on the masterwork. For this one, we just need pristine electronics. Alright, so there's some things here that we're going to have to look up to try and find these things, because both masterwork and sharp would clearly be handy to have on our bits and pieces. Burnt capacitors. I'm just going to check all this trash while we're here. Why not? Good, good, good. Anyway, that's all the time that we have for this part of the Let's Play. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, please give this a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know if you think they might enjoy it. And come back again soon for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter.